Racing live. What is going on, everybody? What do I want to do? Some things aren't working correctly on my end. Hopefully that's all just behind the scenes stuff. But, yeah, it's saying on my end, chat is disabled for this live stream. I hope that's not the case. Let me try this real quick. Hi everybody, how's it going? Does that work? Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Hey, what's going on? This is a weird way to start this. Bear Racing Live. Man, boy, we had a lot of rainouts last week, guys. I'm gonna be honest. I was supposed to have another episode already recorded and edited and ready to go for next week. Hey, what's up, Russell? All right, cool. So it's just on my end that it says chat is disabled. I have no idea why. You know, this is why I always get so scared whenever I go to do these. Also, can you guys hear me? I guess. Yeah, so I was supposed to be in, obviously I was at Albany-Saratoga last Friday, and then I drove an extra, God, probably 2.5 hours, maybe 3 hours towards, what's up, MBR, thank you. All right, yeah, I don't know what's going on, man. Yeah, I drove an extra 3 hours east, towards Bradford, Vermont, because I was planning on visiting Bear Ridge Speedway. That one got rained out, so instead I ended up just having a nice little camping experience, camping night. I had a campsite right on the Connecticut River in New Hampshire, but it was looking out towards a little low. All right, let me how's this? A little better? A little better. I was in New Hampshire, but looking out towards Vermont with the river in front. That was really nice, but still rather be at a racetrack, you know. So always trying to improve this. I adjusted the schedule for what we're gonna be watching, and then, you know, out of town scores, I guess you could say, from the winners of last week and which tracks were racing, which ones weren't. I think it's a little bit blurry, so I'm probably going to still tweak it, maybe make it a little bit sharper, clearer to read for next week. But, you know, I just always trying to make it a little bit better, a little at a time. I think the next thing I'm going to do, I was watching the stream back from last week, was you could hear, like, the fan from my computer up through the mic, so I might try to, like, adjust the 0 point, I guess you could call it. I'm really not tech savvy with this kind of stuff, but like when I'm not talking, not have the background noise. I'm gonna see if I'm gonna see what I could do with that. Also, fan favorite guest appearance. My cat is back this week. If she does something cute, I will once again stop whatever we're doing so we could watch whatever she does. But she's really just snoozing away right now. What else happened? So I don't know if Flow Racing watched last week, but for some reason they posted highlights from Utica last weekend, so we're able to watch Utica this week. I don't know if it's just because it's like Thunder on the Thruway, it's like a special event race, but we're able to jump back into Utica. And then I found I didn't know this, but NASCAR Regional YouTube channel posts highlights from Granby. So even if Flow Racing doesn't post Fonda and Utica going forward on their website again, at least we'll be able to get Granby in, and then we'll still play around with maybe what we could get away with. But for now, I think we got a good slate, a good menu of what we could watch today, and then yeah, did some white water rafting in that area. Man, if you went on the day I was there, bless your heart, because there was some wicked thunderstorms that rolled through that day. Rained the hardest I think it's ever rained while I was camping with my current setup. I stayed completely dry. I'm super impressed with my stuff, but man, if you were doing that, Saturday, man, bless your heart. And then I also found out Sunday there was supposed to be like a tornado warning up there, so I'm glad I got the hell out when I did. Fun stuff, fun stuff. So, hope you guys, if you guys watched the Albany-Saratoga video, I hope you guys liked it. It's always, yeah, I didn't expect to have another 5 Mile Point feeling video this year. I thought, I was at least going to have a year off. If it was going to show up, I definitely didn't expect it to be Albany-Saratoga, a very popular track, both with the locals and in the entire Northeast big block scene. But from what I've heard, I didn't get a lot of information, but what I heard, it sounds like a lot of people showed up to that zoning hearing, asked a lot of good questions to the town board members. Sean, you are amazing, man. Thank you so much for giving me all the information. Sorry for blowing up your Twitter account with all the likes recently. I love what you do, guys. If you're on both Twitter and Facebook, Sean Racing Update is the one who gives me most of the information up here, so I don't have to go hunting for it, man. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you, I don't know, hope you enjoy the stream a little bit. If you're new to the channel, man, check out what I do here. Boy, howdy, what else was I gonna say? There was something else. Oh, the zoning meeting. It sounded like things went really, really well for the Speedway. Not even just from people supporting the track, just people who wanted their taxes to stop going up so they can help pay for all these apartments and new projects that the town of Malta started. So I think we should be good, definitely for the rest of this season, 2025, hopefully, and then 2026 forward, if the owners really do want out, we could find someone else who can pony up, step in, and make sure Malta keeps racing. Drink break. Cool. So, we're about 10 minutes into this already, and as always, guys, I see people jumping in and out of this just to check it out. If you want to, just hang out, not chat, and just watch, feel free to. You don't have to comment. I'm not going to judge you. She might. She's probably judging everybody in this chat room right now and probably hoping I shut the hell up. That's not going to happen. Alright, so first up is, let me double check. It should be the Short Track Super Series race from New Egypt. I didn't do it last week because I'm like, well, we're already doing a Short Track Super Series race from Devil's Bowl, so I bumped it to this week, so that's what we're going to kick it off. It was a great feature, man. It was a lot of parity, a lot of, I'm not going to say mechanical failures, but some tires blowing out that really jumbled the standings up, so you definitely, it's not the normal, Williamson, Friesen, Shepard, podium, whatever. I'm going to shut up and just watch. Orange County is looking, there's really no new development on the Orange County Fair Speedway front. Nostalgia Night was a huge success. Obviously, Brett and Doug are hoping to carry that momentum in for August 4th show, and I know it's a Sunday, but if you guys are watching and never been to Orange County, I strongly recommend it. Let's play this, skip the ads. Again, if the audio is a little, hey, could you adjust this, let me know. I also added, everything's mirrored when I do this, that way. The tracks and series that we will be watching, just in case this scrolls a little too much. I don't know why it's like, not grayscaled, but yellow, red are showing up as dark and black. I'll play around with it a little bit. But until then, I am going to lower this a little bit. And let's jump into our first highlight package. What was this the Dirty Jersey? I don't think this was Dirty Jersey. Either way.
Are ready to rumble.
We're rumbling, boys.
Racing!
Am I back right now? What's going on? Okay, alright. So, okay. Hold on. There we go. Okay. Alright. We were scrambling, we were moving, we were grooving. I don't know. Yeah, so that's something I'm always worried about with, oh man. Something I'm always worried about when I do these, because I got the notification it was YouTube's automatic copyright thing. Um, that's the first time Short Track Super Series has, I guess, automatically dinged me, because we've watched stuff from them before. I guess I'll just have to talk more while it's going on, and then I'm probably gonna have to cut some of that out when the VOD is done. Uh, the video on demand. No, it was an automatic system ding. So I guess when I turned it off, they said, "Oh, okay, he's done. I could go back." So I don't know. I don't know. That was new. That was new. Um, damn. Okay. I'm just gonna keep rolling on though, man. This is what, the fourth or fifth stream, and that's the first time that's happened. So, hey. Definitely looks like everybody almost left though. Oh man. Alright. Let me, I don't know, tweet something out or something that I'm back on. I don't know how many people. Yeah, whatever, we'll just roll in. I'm just gonna keep rolling. Hey. So Flynn Racing Data, of course, does their standings for the series. So we got the Short Track Super Series standings there. So last week, someone asked, I don't remember who, but asked if I thought that STSS was close to taking down Super Dirt as the premier modified series. And I said absolutely not, because there's only a handful of guys that run full-time in the STSS. And, you know, here you could see it's Williamson, Perego, Shepard, which, okay, they run full-time both. Same with Mahaney. Yankowski missed Georgetown for some reason. I'm not sure why. And then no one else ran full-time. So we're looking at 4 full-time drivers in the STSS. And all 4 of those are full-time in the Super DIRTcar Series as well. So the regional stuff works perfectly, except, like, especially if they're a new team or driver that's new to venturing out to other tracks. I think it's a perfect tier 2. But no, I don't think they're close to knocking Super Dirt down from being the premier. Yeah, they both have pros and cons, absolutely. Absolutely. You know. Okay. What's next? What's next? Let me see. Up next is Albany-Saratoga, the one I... oh, hold on, I gotta get back to the playlist, because I panicked and closed everything when we got looked at. Albany-Saratoga, yeah, so obviously I didn't watch this, I was at the track. So let's see what the highlights look like. Is this gonna work? Yeah, that's gonna work. No, there was, yeah, I mean, hell, there were so many cars that turned up for a midweek show that they had to split the field. But, you know, that's also because they're in, you know, not Central New York, but the Capital District versus the STSS, which was down in Jersey, where, you know, there's not as many both tracks and cars and teams, so, you know, that definitely has something to do with it. But if you're going to run a national series, you got to have cars that show up to all of them. Okay. We're back. We're back. So this is Albany-Saratoga. I'm going to turn the volume down just a hair again. This was a fun show to be at in person. I'm going to... yeah, I'm going to make another post just on my socials real quick that, hey, we're back. Man, I don't know how to do any of this on mobile. You know what? Maybe I'm not gonna. I don't. They'll be back. They'll see. At one point there was. It was during the caution. Not to spoil this, but the caution with 3 laps to go. I thought Schilling was leading this race the entire time. So when Lehner lined up in front of him, I'm like, wait a minute. I was filming the wrong guys here. And also sitting in the stands at this place, I definitely felt more dirty than when I went to Orange County. So I think personally, it's dirty at every track, and people need to stop complaining about that at a dirt track. It doesn't look so bad here at Malta because Malta is half the size of Orange County. You don't have to look a quarter mile down to the left to see the other half of the track. So you're not, they're literally not looking through as much dust.
As soon as he saw the opening down low, he pounced on it. He has passed Ronnie Johnson.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And now cleared traffic. He'll pull away, trying to get the power to the ground. They go down to turn 3, and Lehner gonna nose out in front. Down here off of turn 4.
Yeah, I had no idea this was a battle for the lead. I thought Schilling was just lapping a car. So, in my video, obviously, this battle wasn't shown. If I realized, it absolutely would have been. I didn't realize how good of a battle this was.
Retake the top spot down to turn 1. Inside of 15 to go. 21 on the board. As your leaders now.
Wow, they split. Boy, I was just looking at the wrong race when I was filming this. That stinks. Oh man, that stinks.
He'll be next. Poland, they get ahead of your leaders when they come off of turn 2. 4. As we get ready to go back to
yeah, this is when I realized right here.
And we are back underway. Up off of corner number 2.
I just realized I never actually made an announcement that I was going live on Twitter and Facebook. Wow, that's wild.
Comes David Schilling dusting off the high side of the raceway. 2 to go when they come to the line this time by. 2 laps remain here. Schilling gonna try and pull a rabbit out of his hat. Schilling gonna drive it deep and hard down to turn number 3.
See, I didn't.
Up on the outside lane, now come to the white flag.
Yeah, no, it was a nail biter. I'm not gonna lie. This was a great race. Albany's always produces good racing, man. That's the reason why it's so popular with modified racing throughout the region. And we're not gonna get an interview, are we? Maybe. No. If you want to put on your tinfoil hats, at the track it was Benson Pet Center night. And the Benson Pet Center car just happened to win. No, he's a good driver. He's a good driver. You know what I was gonna say before we got strong-armed by Google.com. There's really, along with Jankowski, there's a lot of good up-and-coming drivers. I mean, you have Jankowski, you have all 4 Rookie of the Year in Super Dirt with Alex Payne, Stone. I don't know how old Troushold is, but he's a rookie, so I guess up-and-comer. And Danny Johnson Jr., Daniel Johnson, whatever he goes by. And then you also have, TVD, friend of the channel, Orange County Fair Speedway champion at, 12, 13 years old. You have Dylan Madsen kicking ass in Sportsman. I don't know how old Pete is, but same thing, kicking ass in Sportsman. You have guys like Kevin Roots Kid, forgetting your first name. Sorry, man. But yeah, like a lot of good drivers that are coming up, man. Alright, what else do we got? Is there anything else I wanted to say about Malta? I think, off the top of my head, we have another Flynn online racing data graphic. Let me pull it up here. Albany-Saratoga. Boop. So what do we got? We got Aussie Peter Britton, fan favorite. Dark Knight. Jack Lehner moves up. Wow. Peter Britton. I didn't realize how many races Albany actually got in already. Wow. I think they got to be like the leader or something. But 25-point lead over Mark Johnson's Peter Britton. Defending track champion, almost 100 back already. I honestly am super shocked to see that. Flynn Online Racing Data. Great guy. Check him out on Facebook. Okay. Up next is... So, who wants to gamble again with Flow Racing? Because up next is Albany-Saratoga. Yeah. So we're going to jump from YouTube to Flow Racing. I can't wait to break this again. Yeah, so for this week they posted highlights. Oh wait, I have to like resize this. Hold on. Man, I forgot it's like a different layout. How's that? Does that work? A little more. Oh, that's way too much. Just like go down a little bit. Hey, is that good enough for you guys? I think that's fine. I think that's cool.
Ready to dance.
So let's see what happened at Utica. There's Kid Rocket again.
30 lap, Three Bastards Brewing modified feature on Parks Company night is underway. Round number 4, the FX DIRTcar Company's Thunder on the Thruway Series is green. Working out at turn number 4, side by side for the lead, Justin Wright will lead the opening lap. Mike Troutchold dives in alongside of him. Troutchold the top side off of 1 and 2.
Again, not sure, but one of the drivers I just mentioned.
Now here's Shepard,
you know,
working to the inside of Yankowski
up and coming.
for the 3rd spot. The INS trying to turn the wick up and get moving. Everybody knows you have a guy like the 44 running in 2nd, 84Y in 3rd. Everybody trying to win the race to the front. Mike Troutchold's got them all covered right now. Shepard, here comes a big-time slide job down here in 3 and 4. Yankowski trying to cross him over off the corner. Yankowski down the hill, up in front of the 9S. Yankowski holds 3rd for now. Troutchold entering the middle, sliding up to the top. Friesen tries to pound the top that time. Yankowski slides up. Shepard's got to run down the back straightaway into 3 and 4. Here comes another slide job from Shepard. Shepard again will
crossover from Kid Rocket, and that's again, man, that's just like we said. And he's picked up a lot of really good finishes lately. So he had a podium there at with the STSS. He's running in a podium spot right now at Utica-Rome. He had a podium spot at Orange County when they raced a couple weeks ago. He had a podium in Albany for the Super Dirt race last night. He is racking them up, man. If once he starts breaking through more regularly, the rest of the field needs to be very, very concerned.
This time by Friesen to the top down in 3 and 4, trying to cross over on the 28. Friesen trying to get a run down the home.
Hey, there's TBD. How you doing, man? Alex is 19. Okay. Okay. Because I knew he like just graduated high school like this year or last year. Like, so he's a young gun, which is weird. Tanner, I don't know if you're allowed to say that if he's older than you. But hey man, thanks for stopping by again. You need to make a t-shirt so I could add you to my collection, man. Got a fellow Orange County competitor, Tyler Boniface, rocking this week. Definitely need to add you, man.
Yankowski gets a push through the middle of the corner. Friesen going after Troutchold. Great racing and lap traffic in play here soon. Troutchold enters a little wider this time in 1 and 2. Friesen
okay, top 4 are under a blanket. Man, how do you not like big block modifieds? Like, okay, sure, they're slower than late models and look like turtles compared to sprint cars, but man, look at this nonsense.
laps to go. Friesen rolls all the way on the bottom that time at 3 and 4. Jankowski and Shepard starting to creep into the picture. Lap traffic to 76 of Soul. Shepard, his best run on the bottom of 1 and 2 that time. Matt Shepard finally will take the third spot away from Jankowski. Now into 3 and 4. Everybody will try to go to the top around Mike Soul. And all of a sudden, Troutschultz.
And the two Titans are back side by side fighting for position on another track.
Cody Clark, the left car in front of him on the top. Friesen will try the middle. Troutschultz to the bottom.
That's so brave.
Up on the outside of the racetrack.
Friesen, what are you doing?
Troutschultz down the back straightaway will again hold off the 44. Mike Troutschultz driving that race car for all it's worth right now. He'll go back to the bottom in 3 and 4. Friesen trying to roll it top side. Stewie looking for some kind of momentum.
I love Friesen.
And the 1 and 2. Troutschultz to the bottom. Slides up the racetrack. Friesen tries to hook the bottom side. Off of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway. We're side by side for the lead. Friesen.
God, I wish Friesen would just run modifieds full time and stop playing with NASCAR in his truck, man. Because I think I said this last week. It's like him, Shepard, Williamson fighting for a Super Dirt Series title every week, every year would put so many eyes on our niche little rule regulation.
3 and 4 for the checkered flag. His first Utica-Rome Speedway win of the season. Stuart Friesen, your winner on Parks Company's night. Mike Troutschultz gets second. Alex Jankowski third.
All right. Well, it's good to see Utica back in rotation with our weekly modified roundup thing. Like I said, I don't know if they just did this again because it's Thunder on the Thruway and like a special event, or if they're just gonna go back to doing this full time or not. But you know, I really hope they do. You know, continue to do this again. Then you'll be in 16. Oh, that's great, man. That's great. Tanner, where do you plan on racing this summer? Like, I'm sure you're gonna do Orange County again in August, but assuming you're out of high school now, right? Like, what are you doing? What do you got? You gonna hang out with Stoyer down in Jersey, or hang out with Parego whenever he does Big Diamond? Do I have? Yeah, I think Flynn does. Yes, I have a Utica-Rome from Flynn Online Racing Data. So I can't wait to see how much. Oh, that's the wrong screen. I can't wait to see how much Shepard's point lead grew after this one. Okay. Actually, Kid Rocket gained a little on him. And then, where's Friesen all the way down there? Still, man, 42 points. That's a lot. We're halfway through the season. 5 wins already for Shep. Finally a good result for Bobby Hackle too. He has had probably the worst luck I think I've seen any big block driver have to start the season off. It was just mechanical failure after getting run over, after mechanical failure, after tire puncture. Good for him, man. Good for him. I don't know if he's a fan of the show, but he is definitely friends with me on Facebook. So, New Egypt, but we are racing 4 times a week, all over, so wherever. Tanner, you are living the dream of so many people, man. That's awesome. That's awesome. Hopefully you'll come up to do Accord every once in a while, because I'm at Accord, not recording, but just as a fan. Like, not super common, but you know, 3-4 times a year now that Orange County isn't racing every week. Sad to see. Cat's passed out. Love to see it. Love to see it. What do we got next? So we did Can-Am. So I don't know if who was it? MBR. If you're still here, I'm super. If you have a clip of Can-Am shouting me out, man, send it my way. Twitter, Facebook, tag me on whatever. love to see that. I mean, I'm just a fan, dude. I don't do anything that's special, I don't think. But yeah, Can-Am's up next, so let's just keep rolling here.
Working 3 and 4, the Whitesboro Plow Shop. Dirt car, 358 modifieds are green and Can-Am.
No, I totally get you, T. TBD. It's you know, I mean, I'm so used to driving far to get to any track. Like, if Danbury was still here, it would be like 15 minutes from my house, but it's not here, so if I want to go to a track, I got to drive an hour anyway, so I totally get trying to do 4 races a week and that much driving. It does get to you. It absolutely does. Who's leading? I totally missed like all of that. Is that the Dark Knight? No. So I think Willix is another driver that kind of flies under the radar, but definitely needs to get more, I don't know if attention's the right word, but recognition. Because, man, he's a great driver, and he's got obviously a good car underneath him. And Can-Am's not an easy, at least from what it looks like. It's not an easy track to drive on. It looks flat, it always looks smooth, so you gotta have a lot of patience. A lot of patience on the loud pedal, excuse me. No driver interviews, unfortunately. It is a cool track, though. I definitely want to get out there. I've been to the Thousand Islands before with a family vacation, but didn't get a chance to go visit that track. I do have it. We did end up going to a go-kart track, me and my family that's out there, and they gave me a free hat for some reason. The Alex Bay 500 go-karts. Where's the camera? There's the camera. So I've been to that region of New York before, but you know, that was definitely well before I thought about starting this YouTube channel. And I think back then I really didn't even know that much about modified racing in general. I don't think I really got that much into modified racing seriously until like COVID year, because I remember around that time was when Orange County had like, they tried to do like a NASCAR point system where they had like the playoffs at the end, so people could like come in, cherry pick, win a race, get in, and then I don't know. But that's when, you know, Perego kind of showed up. I recognized Shepard, so seeing him race, and then of course, you know, Friesen was there, so that's when I started to get into big blocks. But back then I wasn't really, I'm not gonna say I wasn't into it, I just didn't follow it as closely. Hell, I don't even think I had Dirt Vision back then. Hey, there's MBR. Dude, I don't know what the hell happened. I know exactly what happened, but I'm surprised it happened. Because, you know, we watch flow racing clips and short track Super Series before on this, so hell, we did a whole stream with Super DIRTcar Series clips back in the off season that lasted like 3-4, god, maybe even 5 hours, and we didn't have any issues. But well, actually, the funny thing about that stream is that flow racing, even though it was super dirt, broadcasted by Dirt Vision, Flow Racing did accidentally, because of the automatic system, pick up one of the races at Volusia and tried to claim it. And thankfully, I disputed the claim and said, like, hey, because they tried to tag it as All-Star Circuit of Champions that happened at that track like 2 weeks before. Dude, I'm so bad at talking. Yeah, so I disputed it, saying like, hey, it's a completely different car, broadcasted by a completely different production crew. Can you release the copyright claim? And they did. So I'm probably just gonna have to cut out some of that New Egypt highlights for the VOD if we want to keep it up. We're back. Can-Am, Lafargeville Can-Am is about, oh, that's cut off. That's why I couldn't read it. Is about 20 minutes away. Cool. Is that 20 minutes from you or 20 minutes from that go-kart place? Or just 20 minutes from the Thousand Islands. I don't think Flynn does anything for Can-Am, unfortunately, so we're going to keep rolling with Big Diamond Speedway, their 358 feature. Let me change the screen before I click play. MRB, they didn't... MBR, dude, you're killing me. MBR, they didn't... I mean, obviously we didn't see... they didn't say anything about my channel in this highlights, but if you have a clip of that, you know, I'd love to see it. Oh yeah, New Egypt absolutely looks rough. 100%. 100%. Big Diamonds, Big Diamonds. So let's see who we got running here.
We're ready to go racing. Green flag.
It's not rough, it's got character, TBD, okay?
Burrows and Yoder almost locked together down the front straightaway. Really.
Real quick, actually, real quick.
Well,
I've mentioned this on my channel before, but I think the biggest reason why I'm into dirt racing and stuff is because when I was born and as I was growing up, my dad owned a pro stock that raced at Orange County every week. And so the first 5 years of my life, like every Saturday I was in the pits. I'll never forget going into the trailer where we had, like, you know, tire storage, like not a tire rack, but like a little area to put tires. I tilted the tire like on its side and I climbed into the rim, and I had candy that my dad bought from the bathroom attendant who always had Tootsie Rolls, and I would just hang out in my hammock wheel eating Tootsie Rolls, watching the cars go right by me. And his number was 621. Our number was 621, driven by Pat O'Mara. So I don't know, I saw 621 as the date, so I just want to share a little story there. Again, it got cut off.
well, one car that is Whitmer.
What's the YouTuber name? MBR.
Just like he did in the original start, Mike Burrows.
Now that's a rough track. Half the field was on 2 tires right there. Wow.
55 and 5 are going to be 1-2 as they get ready to cross the stripe on the first lap. Burrows shooting out to a nice lead over Yoder. Yoder keeping pace, pulling away from Lazowski for the moment. Lazowski a car length or 2 over Doug Smith. Then it's Scott Albert and Brandon Edgar. They are the top 6 as we put 2 laps on the board. The 119 of Doug Smith just picked up that position the previous lap when he got underneath the $10. Led by the Floorer, number 16, Loudon Reimert. He is working that top shelf groove out there, sweeping around several cars, including Rick Laubach. Now trying to get by the 44 of Geisler, Reimert, and Dwayne Howard following the number 16 through the pack. Reimert started in 17th position, and he is now in the top 10, up to 9th. As a matter of fact, I think he just picked up 1 more spot.
That's a good hard charger reward right there.
He is coming, and here comes the diamond cutter, Dwayne Howard. He is alongside that.
I mean, Reimert isn't like...
That's a good battle that
that's unfolding right
a
now.
bad driver. So I wonder why he started so far deep. I wonder if they were trying something different with the setup.
Doug Smith Jr. now working around Lisowski. He'll go to third on the restart.
Yeah, that was a terrific move, and I don't think he may be done yet, but here comes Lisowski now trying to return the favor as they go side by side, racing for third spot right behind Matt Yoder.
Eddie Strada, maybe the 33, one
3
driver
wide
to
for
keep your
second.
eye on as well. He's going to work by the 57 of Brandon Edgar. Lisowski, the next car in his sights. He and Reimert once again jumping up.
I was gonna say sometimes we, you know, if this is your first stream, sometimes the highlight crew, if the car stops on the track by itself for a single car spin, they just sometimes cut that out. So we'll get a restart and not know why, like there, but it just means nothing. Not gonna say unimportant happened, but nothing YouTube worthy happened.
Look at him sail right around the outside. Hooks that lip, and man, that car just goes.
For a minute there, they were trying to make Yoder the meat in the sandwich, no question about that. And now, here he comes, high riding his way around. Loudon Reimert up to 4th position.
Yoder and Lisowski side by side.
Yeah, Reimert's
Dwayne Howard's advance to the front.
he's another good one. I hate to call him a southern driver because Pennsylvania is definitely not the South, but I guess compared to like the New York dirt tracks, it is. I remember the first time I saw the SDSS had tracks from Pennsylvania in the southern region. I'm like, what?
It's Doug Smith Jr. at the front of the field on lap 14.
Now, Doug Smith Jr. is not a driver I am very familiar with.
His way towards the front, takes over second spot on the restart, getting ahead of Mike Burrows, also taking to the top side is the 33 of
But if Reimer keeps charging like this, I don't think it's going to matter.
Everybody's sorting out now. Battle for the lead.
Exactly. I did not watch these clips before. I'm seeing all of these for the first time.
All of his bidding from the outside line. That's where he continues to march right now, and they are side by side. How thrilling is this right now as they go for that #1 position and 6 to go. Loudon Reimert takes the lead, coming from 17th.
17th. So if they change the setup, do you think they reverted back or do you think they kept it?
Still there. Reimert, if he bobbles, Smith is ready to capitalize. Here they come. Smith down to the bottom off turn 4.
No, not enough grip of it.
And Reimert wins his first of the year.
That was a good nail biter.
Big time in.
Ladies and gentlemen, what a drive tonight. Loudon Reimert.
Oh man, I've definitely said this on the channel. I love the celebrations from DIRTcar guys compared to pavement guys, because I think like except for Kraus at the Wall Stadium track I did, every single driver from a paved track just kind of got out of the car and just said like hey to the crowd and then did the interview. And then you look at like Williamson from last night, he's stone cold Steve Austining 2 Michelob Ultras. You know, it's like night and day difference. I love it, man. MBR, I'm not sure what YouTuber, man, but I definitely want to see that. If you have a clip or something. Where are we in terms of clips? We're almost halfway. This is gonna be a lot longer stream than last week. So I got 10 lined up. We just did 5. Okay. So we're about halfway. And of course getting shut down for a couple minutes, and the STSS having a 7-minute highlight package is going to extend that. The stream time, of course, always. Yeah. And I'm still seeing people come in and out, so I say this all the time. If you guys are just stopping in to check out what the stream is about, you know, feel free to hang out. If you want to chat or not, is up to you. Thanks for stopping by. Sorry, I saw the screen change, and I'm just a monkey, so I lose all thought. Some of these I hadn't seen. It's nice. Your first view, we see the track scroll. We have Bear travel schedule. No, I try to keep it I try to keep it a secret of where I'm gonna be, both as like a surprise kind of on, when Tuesday rolls around and you see the video pop up what track it's gonna be or what race it's gonna be, but also like I try not to announce where I'm gonna be because I know a lot of my viewers are like, I'm not gonna say diehards, but have been subscribed for a long time and know that I camp alone a lot of times. So if they know where I'm going to be and they know I'm going to be alone, I feel like it's a little bit of a safety concern there, even though I'm not really alone. I'm with other campers, or like when I did Brookfield, like I was camping inside the track, so I was like in the fenced in area, so I was like safe. But yeah, it's a little bit of it's going to be a surprise of where I'm going to be, and also for safety. But if you follow me on Twitter, Facebook, I do post the next day a picture of the track as like a little behind the scenes thing. And at the end of the year, what I want to try to do is like a fun stream to do during the off season is like set up a Google Maps, like a custom map, and put like pins of all the tracks I've been to and like what video it was featured in. Just as like a fun, hey, what am I going to do to keep my channel alive in the middle of January, So moving on, we got Ransomville up next. Ransomville up next. Change the screen before I hit play, Tom. Thank you. You're doing great. I love you, boo. Want to load? Yeah, you can load. There you go.
Turn number 4. It's time to turn the modifieds loose, boys. We're underway for 30 here at the Big R. Walker and Lindbergh 2 by 2 off turn number 2.
So Rudolph has been on a roll the past couple weeks out in Western New York. He's in that blue and white 25. Then of course you have Williamson. They're both back in the middle of the pack while there's a great race up front. But you know that those two cats are going to try to charge through as quickly as possible. It sounds like you need to hit Central and Northern New York, Utica-Rome, Weedsport, Can-Am, Mohawk, Plattsburgh. Absolutely. Absolutely. Obviously I was at Utica with the, almost said All-Stars, but High Limit Sprint Car Series. And then when Fonda was canceled for the third day of that trip, I just stayed at Utica. But I didn't film because it's not like they're not going to get the normal turnout, both the car count and fans, so I didn't feel right using that as the showcase, so it was just kind of there as a fan. So I didn't record anything. I've been to Weedsport, again, with the All-Star Circuit of Champions. It's hard because Weedsport doesn't have like a weekly race program like every other track does, basically. So it's hard to get there. And then when they do have races, it's always on like the middle of the week or a Sunday, which means I have to take time off of work. And if I'm going to do that for racing, I try to make like an extended weekend so I can knock out a couple videos at once. Can-Am, Mohawk, Plattsburgh. Can-Am is definitely on the short list. I want to see if I can't. Probably won't be this year, but definitely for next year. I think I have like one weekend left this year, but that's open. Or in terms of like able to record, I don't have any plans yet, but we'll see. We'll see what we can do. Anyway, what's going on with this race? I wasn't paying attention. Gary Lindbergh, all right. Ooh, he dominated it.
Second to the line will be Noah Walker. Third will be Chad Brockman. Fourth, Dalton Slack. Fifth to the line, Matt Williamson, just ahead of Eric Rudolph.
Oh, they're able to move up into 5th and 6th. but I'm kind of surprised about that. I know we have a Flynn Bang, what's it called? Points sheet. Man, you get to Wednesday at night and you're working all day and you're just tired. Ransomville. What do we got? Williamson holds the points lead. Can I zoom out? Yeah, just a little bit. Williamson owns the point lead over Lindbergh. Third win of the season for Lindbergh. They are separated by 2 points. Okay. We got a good points race here. Kind of surprised at Dalton's slack, but it looks like, you know, his best finish of the season. Wow. 2 points. That's wild. You know Brockman's gonna pull through at least one of these. 2 points at Ransomville. Whoa. Mohawk Can-Am, Friday, Saturday. See, that's exactly the kind of things that I do. Like last weekend, Albany-Saratoga Friday, short drive over to what was supposed to be Bear Ridge for Saturday. Knock out 2 videos, that's 2 weeks right there in one trip. And all I had to do was take a half day. But yeah, Mohawk Can-Am. Yeah, that's exactly the kind of stuff I do, man. Absolutely. Absolutely. Friday, Saturday. Absolutely. Okay, so we are 6 out of 10 deep into this. So what I wanted to try doing this week, I have a question for chat while I just go a couple seconds without talking. What the hell did I call it? I called it the cross flag question of the week. My question to you, chat, is what was your very first local racetrack? It could be one that is in the Northeast or out of the Northeast. It could be one that's still racing, one that was torn down or closed, one that is still your local, or one you haven't been to in years. I'm curious, what track did you guys consider your first local? And man, it sucks that the stream got dinged for copyright a little bit and took it down, because I definitely had a lot more views before this. Oh man. So obviously I was Orange County Fair Speedway. Like I said, grew up with my dad owning a pro stock team that raced there every week. Even though it's still an hour away from me now, you know, it was obviously longer with holding or towing a race car. So that was my local. That was who I had. If I was born earlier, I would be Danbury. That one obviously closed and is a mall now, and the mall is starting to sound like it's not going to be a mall anymore. They're talking about tearing down sections of that mall and putting in apartments, so even malls are not safe from the apartment growth of America. Alright. So who wants to gamble again? Because now we're going back to another Flow Racing broadcast. Granby. And you know what? This is a NASCAR broadcast too. So, you know, this shit is going to be super copyrighted. Whatever. I'll cut out sections from the replay, and then we'll go from there. Evan Mills was dirt track, now pay for super mods. Evan Mills is also one I would like to go to, is on the short list. Ever since I've been to I did my Connecticut swing last August, I've been a lot more interested in the paved side of stuff, especially SK mods and even late models. I don't know, there was something about that track that just made me like, oh shit, these are cool to watch too. And I'm sure you've noticed that with the start of my channel, where I went to Thompson, Stafford, Wall, Riverhead. So Evan Mills, I definitely also want to do like Oswego. I was supposed to do Shangri-La, but that's not opening this year, I guess. Did I say Chemung? But also Chemung. I don't know if I'll Oswego. You know, we got some cool pave stuff. Yeah. So I'm going to roll back into this. That was the cross flag question of the week. What are you doing? Okay. So up next we're gonna do. We have two highlights from Granby last week. What do they call it? The Quebec Bowl. Good fishing up in Quebec. Oh God. The second video is 12 minutes long. Oh man. Please don't get knocked down again. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. So I'm not sure what the hell the Quebec Bowl is, but maybe it's something like Thunder on the Thruway. Oh man, is this in French? This might be in French. I didn't think of this. I did not think of this. Alright, well, if you can speak French and know Quebecese, man. I can't, so I'm gonna kill some of the audio there. Quebec is another extended weekend trip I would like to do to knock out, you know, Le RPM, Granby, Drummond. I would love to see. I don't have my passport though, so that's gonna make it a little bit difficult, eh? I used to live in Stratford, work near Tallinn. Okay. Okay. Really, but Evan Mills was still your, well, I guess you're allowed to move, right? You're allowed to move in life. But I didn't know Evan Mills was a dirt track. I thought it was just always paved. So I learned a little bit today. Boy, I just cannot speak French. This does nothing for me. This place reminds me of what Orange County used to be before they took out the banking. I don't know if this is a half mile or 5/8 or what, but like this is strong ex-Orange County vibes to it. So can you guys still hear it? I know I turned it down a lot. There we go. Turned it up just a little bit. I don't want it to just be like silence when I have nothing to say. Okay, Hubert, I know. Bernier, I know. Desjardins. Desjardins. Man, there used to be a Ranger player named Desjardins. So I don't know if that's how it's always pronounced or not. Felix Waugh, I know, obviously. So I do know some of these guys. Okay, so we're just rolling right into the... Okay, so it's suddenly the next video. Whatever, I'll just keep it rolling. So it was a 2-night event at Granby last weekend, obviously. So it was racing both nights. I'm not sure what the payout was. Unfortunately, I probably should have looked that up before the stream, but I didn't. So now we're just rolling along. It's 400 yards from Evan Mills too. That's wild, dude. Again, I'm used to driving an hour to go to my nearest racetrack. 400 yards, dude. That's wild. So again, I'm still seeing people rolling in and out, checking out what the stream is like. Thank you guys for stopping by. We just watch highlights from whatever big block, small block race we can from over the last 7 days, and just talk about what we saw and share stories, memories. So if you guys just want to hang out, feel free to. If you want to chat, again, feel free to. Thanks for stopping by. Normally the volume is a little bit louder, but I cannot speak French, so I turned it down a little bit. But the racing is just as intense and great as English racing. This is a long race too, I just realized. That's something I love about Northeast racing. Excuse me. You have like 3 very distinct, well, I guess 4 very distinct styles of. Ooh, one goes around. Hold the brake, hold the brake, hold the brake, hold the brake. Jesus. Cultures is what I guess I was gonna say, because you have like, obviously you have the New York, not gonna say standard, but common big block stuff. You have your different atmosphere down south in Jersey, Delaware. You have, obviously the French Canadian, and then you have like the New England paved stuff. But we're all still one big family, and I just always think that's really cool. There's probably like a better way to say all that, but I've been talking nonstop for over an hour. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. That's what I say. So I listened to an interview on the Turkey Talk podcast a couple weeks ago with Felix Waugh, and I definitely gained, I don't know if you want to call it respect, but I definitely became like a much bigger fan of the guy after listening to that interview, because he definitely is just like, yeah, I'm a racer, I love to race, I'll race wherever, and I'm gonna have a blast doing it, meeting fans, he says, and like his nickname is Hollywood, and it's like because he loves being the star of the show, and I love that. I love it. Stafford can be the bear flogging nature. Isn't that just still Orange County? I mean, even though like we're not racing 11, 12 times this year, like that's still just the home base. Also, kind of getting that, like it's not far, but going from work to Stafford on a Friday, I have to drive through Hartford basically, and that's not challenging, but man, it's tiring. Connecticut drivers can be brutal too, man. Everybody's still using the cushion, even though like it's definitely got more grip towards the middle. Like you can see how slick the top groove is compared to like the second from the top. Is there no French word for slide job? Okay, good to know. And Bernier takes the lead. And I see Bernard is racing there too, which is really good because he was the one who had to step back a little bit from injuries. No, it wasn't injuries. It was just financial stuff. But either way, it's good to see someone who said they have to scale back still race. I think off the top of my head, it was actually Desjardins. It was 37. Was it Desjardins who suffered a bad crash in the middle of the Super DIRTcar Series season last year, and he had to go into semi-retirement. Frankie boy. Man, they gave us oh no. That's heartbreak. Oh! Oh, and they're stacking up. Oh, who's that? Cautions breed cautions, boys. What a lazy roll. He's out, he's walking. Great to see. Oh, was that the guy in second? That was the 29. That's heartbreak. That's rough, man. Good to see him walk away, though. Look at, they're still bumping. Jeez. A whole 12-pack, man? Jesus. Man, they gave us a lot of highlights for this race. That's cool. I mean, yeah, obviously it was like a special event race that's much longer than a 30-lap feature, but they definitely didn't have to do all this for us. That's cool. Especially last week, going from like, man, I don't know if we'll be able to show highlights from this anymore. Caution with 3 to go. Only rolling rock. Oh, Lord. Ugh. Side by side for the lead. What do we got? Boy, that track slicked up. I think Bernier's got it, unless he slips up somewhere. That's cool, though, man. That's cool. Frankie boy. Frankie boy. That's cool, man. This track has such a cool atmosphere. I mean, honestly, I think like all the Canadian tracks do, but like this one's up there. Okay, well, I can't speak French, so we're gonna skip over interviews here. Yeah, I had no idea that this channel like posted Granby highlights. I had no idea. I just randomly came across it like God, 3-4 days ago, and also like right here, this one was posted 3 hours ago. So I was getting ready to say like we'll be able to watch Fridays of the Quebec Bowl today. Then next week we'll do the finale because they didn't post it yet. But good timing, great timing actually. Yeah, I would love to go to this track one day. I'm sure I'm going to. But you know, like I said, I just no passport right now, so it's kind of very important. Very very important on getting there. Okay, we got two more to do today. We have Grandview, small block race, and then last night's Super DIRTcar Series from Albany-Saratoga. Thank you guys again for stopping by, despite the issues I had. Right off the bat, thanks Flow Racing. I don't know. We'll see what's going to happen with the replay of this. I'm probably going to have to cut that out. Hopefully I don't have to just take down the whole highlights entirely. What do we got? No comments. So we're going to Grandview. They don't sponsor me. MB Roofing does not sponsor me. What is this? Why is it just 10 seconds? Oh boy. Oh boy. That could have been bad. That could have been a hard side swipe. So I did play around with the audios during that for the French, so hopefully I put it back in the right spot. So if it looks, or if it sounds a little bit off, you know, let me know. If either I'm too loud or the race is too loud and you can't hear the other. Great race. I think I've said that for just about everyone. Three wide. Yeah, this track is wild. What a racy track, man. Oh, I hate MC mods, man. I've always said they look like if the family station wagon got T-boned, so they just kind of turned it into a race car. Also, like, I feel like they're so much longer that it's like hard to race side by side. But maybe I'm biased. I don't know. Look at this. Is this not good? Are they really?
Presley getting by Albany-Saratoga. Van Miller takes second down the back. Presley will follow him by Corbin.
They're not purpose-built.
Albany-Saratoga inside of Corbin. Any other turn, Presley's going to try the outside.
Like, but I guess you could also say that, you know, big block modifieds are just sprint cars with a different body. I guess like a wider wheelbase. Ah, Guler. Guler, I think, is kind of like the same luck with Bobby Hackle this year, where he just can't buy a break. Is this for the lead? I might have to make Reimer the featured driver next week. I don't have a T-shirt for him, but I think he's done enough to deserve being on the thumbnail. Don't use Tim Pitt's baby. Absolutely, I can.
Got the lead. Cresley's going to the top again. Loudon keeps changing lanes, and so does Cresley. 1 lap to go. Loudon and Reimer leading the way in the middle. Cresley to the outside. Loudon and Brett Cresley, the 2 leading winners this year, are going to decide this one. Off the turn, Loudon and Reimer will win over Brett Cresley. What a
all right, Reimer.
He's climbing out of the car.
Yeah, I think he's going to be the
Loudon Reimer.
The featured driver next week. Oh. Well, sorry for your loss. Okay. Yeah, like I said, I don't have a T-shirt, so it's gonna have to be like a series one or something. That was Grandview. Where's Grandview? Grandview is... Oh, Lord, how do you pronounce that? Betschultzville, Pennsylvania. Boy, I hope I pronounced that right. Yeah, it's in PA, the eastern side of PA. I don't think they race super often. I want to say it's only like 10, 12 races a year. But when they do, man, they put on some good shows, that track. Alright, so, wait, do I have a Flynn for Grandview? No, I do not. Okay, we're going to cap this stream off with the Albany-Saratoga race from last week. Last week, I meant to say last night. I'm not super big on the splitting the race in half and then inverting the order. I'm very much against stage racing in general. It's like, I hate the planned cautions. Like, Shepard and Williamson were literally side by side for position when they had to throw the yellow for that. Like, let me watch that race, man. That was a natural battle, and like, it was an unneeded caution. Why did you do it? And then at the same time, like, you kind of screwed Yankowski a little bit by doing that. He totally deserved to win that. So, like, even going all the way back to from first to sixth with 30 laps to go, and then he was still able to climb back into a podium, man. I feel bad for the kid. Hopefully, you know, if they want to do the one-off, because this wasn't like an original race that was meant to be on the calendar, okay. But, man, I hope this isn't something that they're going to start doing often. Oh, that's the wrong screen. There we go. Alright, Super Dirt. I mean, you know, it's cool for them for trying something. And again, if it's just a one-off.
A big block power is about to send a shockwave through the great race place. It's the Don Davies New York Modified 76, and we are great at Albany-Saratoga.
They had one of Davies' family member do the the command to start engines and drop the green.
As they roll off a turn
which I
number
thought
2
was
for the
really
first
nice,
time.
especially
Down
for
the
a
back
Memorial
straightaway,
race.
it's Matt and Matt 1 and 2 side by side back there for third. A good race going on there. Shepard going to bring him down off of corner number 4. He'll lead lap number 1 here in the Don Davies modified number 76.
Matt Shepard, your leader. He's got Matt Williamson working the outside lane as they head down the back straightaway for the second time. Money Mac going to try to turn the wick up on the outside lane. They're wheel-to-wheel off turn number 4. Drag racing to the line, and Shepard and Williamson, followed by R.J. Trelos and Alex Jankowski.
It is Shepard on the inside, Williamson on the outside. They're still wheel-to-wheel when they hit turn 1.
Williamson going to be scored as the leader of lap number 2 as he just knows that ahead, and he'll take the spot down the back straightaway. Matt Williamson wrestling the lead away from the 9S. We'll see what Shepard's got back on the inside lane as they dive down the front stretch, but Williamson already out to about a 2-car length advantage.
Jankowski trying to put it down to the inside of Ron Johnson.
It was really cool to see
Trying
Darren
find a
Smith up
lane
there.
lower than RJ as they come
I
down
don't
here into turn
think
number
he
1.
finished that well,
It
but
looks
to
like
even
Jankowski
start
is actually
up that high,
gonna take position down low. One car
he's
way
great
up
in his
wide.
southern
That
tier
was
tracks, but
Demetrius
when it seems like he
Drillos. We
leads
continue under
and like
green.
ventures out to other
Losing
places, he struggles a little bit.
Time as
So
Williamson leads this one out front. Jankowski with
it's
a
cool
great
to see
drive
him
on the
that
bottom.
high up.
He's going to
Right now
stick
he's
by
sitting
RJ, and Jankowski with limited laps here, but we got a car around in turn number 4. That's the
And
99L of Larry
has
White.
just not had a good year.
Williamson going to bring him down here to turn number 1. Matt Shepard right down on the bottom as they come down off of corner number 2 down
polar
the back
opposite.
straightaway. Ronnie Johnson now in third. Alex Jankowski right there in 4th spot. Carr starting to look for a lane of his own. That is Stuart Friesen, the 44 car. Keep an eye on Stu with the 44 machine. As Matt Williamson going to lead him down the back straightaway. Great side-by-side battle back there for third, though, as Alex Jankowski
So this is Jankowski's
and
family car,
Ronnie Johnson
and
square off. Give the spot
I just
to
don't know
young
how he doesn't have
Alex.
sponsorship.
He'll take over that third position. Johnson trying to hang on to 4th, as now the 44 of Friesen closing in on
such
him.
a great talent.
RJ trying to widen his line here off at turn number 4 and keep the momentum up. Will hang on to the position. Friesen left just enough room for Timmy Sears down to the inside, and now they race down the back straightaway.
Timmer didn't get the momentum he
So the
wanted
highlights
off turn
didn't
number
show
1
it here,
and 2
but,
that time. Friesen keeping it
this
right
race,
in the middle
like
of the
watching it
racetrack.
live,
Sears
like
finding the line on the bottom,
on Dirt
but it's
Vision
gonna be
Live,
Friesen that comes up with the number
it was a very
4 spot.
slow
Can
start.
he
There were a
take
lot
the
of
83X right with him
quick
for turn
cautions
number 1
in
and 2.
succession
Timmer's
where
just not getting the run.
it's for just
in
like
turn
single
2
car
that he wants
spins and
so
car
far.
stopping. It
Working
really
down
slowed
here
the
across
pace
the
down.
line. It's
When it
all
was
Matt
green,
Williamson
it
up
was
front. Here's Alex
a nail
Jankowski
biter.
pulling down to the inside of
Like
Matt
right here,
Shepard.
battled for
Pulled
second.
even with him that time on the front
It just took a while
when
to
they
get
got
to this
turn
point.
number 1, they're side by side. Jankowski with the burst
Get that
of
point
power
time up, please.
down the back
We locked it up.
straightaway, able to nose ahead, but Shepard will come right back at him.
Jankowski on the bottom, finding just what he needs as he holds on to that number 2 spot. The 9S right there looking to keep his momentum up. This is where Matt Shepard's the best off turn 2, but Jankowski going to clear him.
Shepard,
no problem
man,
down the
it's
backstretch.
uncharacteristically
They're side by side as they split
struggling
McCarthy
this
down
year.
into turn number
And I'm not
3
gonna,
and 4.
he's not
Williamson
struggling, like
forced
he's
to
still
take a
picking up
higher
podiums
line
and
than
top
he
5s
wanted
and
to.
winning
That's
races,
gonna allow
but he's not
Jankowski to come
winning
back
as
on the
much as he
bottom.
normally
He'll
does.
lead lap number 36. We're 10 laps away from the invert right now, and Jankowski locked on the bottom, keeping control of it as they work down the back.
Yeah, I mean, the no sponsorship is
Williamson
cool and
forced to
all,
go
but
back to
like,
the middle. Can he get
you
by
know that if he
Jankowski?
has a couple
They're
bad
wheel to
nights
wheel
in a
off
row,
turn
it's
number 4,
really,
but
really
give
going to
the
hurt their
lead to the
program.
driver out of Covington Township,
Like, especially if he gets
Pennsylvania.
caught up in like
Shepard and
crashes and
Williamson
accidents
touching
where
going
it's like
into
gotta
turn
write the
number
chassis
3
off or
and
something.
4. Matt Shepard
That
trying to
could
get all the
really
points he
destroy
can. He may find a way by the 88
a
down the back
racing program.
straightaway. They're side
So,
by
like,
side. They're coming to the yellow up turn.
I'm not gonna say you need the
4.
sponsorship,
Jankowski will
but
cross the line. As that
it definitely
complete
helps.
lap
And
number
this is what I was
46.
saying, where
beats
Shepard and
Williamson to
Williamson
the
were
line,
side by
and that's
side. And
gonna be
Friesen was
huge
right there
in
getting
this
ready to
one.
make it 3 wide. And then
need
you just have
reach in
to
here,
throw the
please,
yellow for
and draw
fun.
that inversion number 4, 6, or 8 for the New York Modifieds. Where are we going to see you come from, man? Number 6.
Dave Farney, the birthday boy, has the clutch.
If I had more
flag
money,
in
I'd
hand. They'll bring
totally
him
like
off turn number
send
3
him a
and
couple
4.
$100
30 more
and
laps
bear
to
racing
finish the
block
Don Davies New York
details, but
Modified 76 as RJ
not
leads
in
them
that
into turn
position,
number
no.
1 and 2.
Down at turn number 1 they go. RJ gonna show the way off of turn number 2, but here comes Tim Sears up on the outside of him. Sears gonna take the wide line down here through 3 and 4. Off of corner number 4 at the line. It'll be Sears, your new leader.
Tim Sears Jr. going to the front. Matt Williamson behind him, side by side with Stuart Friesen, looking for the position. Friesen going to find his way as he looks. They're going to split RJ going down into turn number 3 and 4.
The second half of this
Line
race
for the
was
runner-up
awesome.
spot as they'll bring him off the corner. Timmer leads, but here comes Matt Williamson on the outside.
Definitely the kind of race where like started low, like, as the laps went on, it was more and more intense. It just took a while for the laps to come on.
Turn number 2, about a car length. Separate your top 2 cars. Williamson going to narrow that gap, and he'll drive it in hard down low. Williamson taking a look down low here on Sears. He's going to nose ahead at the line by a bumper. It is Matt Williamson back to the front. He'll clear Sears and now put a couple of car lengths between the two down the back straightaway. Yankowski up on the outside of Shepard. Great battle. That's where all eyes sit right now. Back there for fourth spot. Yankowski trying to scratch and claw and dig his way back up to the front. Right now trying to contend with Super Matt, trying to take that spot away. He did it before. Looks like he's going to do it again as Yankowski now noses ahead of Shepard.
You know, second and third place cars rather, as they head down into turn number 3 and 4. The 83X lifts up just a little bit through 4. That
so Sears is in a shorter chassis. I'm not sure what
at the line, the 44 is going to be scored with second as they go up into turn number 1 and 2. Now we'll clear him off the corner, and Stewie's going to set sail on Williamson here. 14 to go. Half a straightaway lead for the Buzz 88. Here's Yankowski on the bottom, looking to find his way by Timmer as they come down the front stretch. He'll nose out ahead. He'll have the third spot as they go into turn number 1 and 2. And this one may not be over yet. Keep an eye on Yankowski with 10 laps to go. He's back up to third. They'll bring him down into turn number 3 and 4. Friesen trying to see what he can do. He's got Mike Trout-Scholl in front of him. They'll bring him off at turn number 4. White flag is out. This is Barrett's Performance Warehouse. 1 lap to go. Williamson on the outside lane, looking to hold on. Friesen on the bottom. His lane taken away.
He had to be so decisive getting around the 28, because if he just slipped up for a second, Williamson would not have won this race.
Checkered flag is out. Friesen one last shot, not going to get there. Matt
Williamson he still didn't even get around the 28.
Davies, New York Modified 76. Ladies and gentlemen, up out of the car, the winner of the Don Davies New York Modified 76, the Bush Chevrolet number 88 of Buddy Matt Williamson.
Oh, I love it.
I was hanging on, man. Then after that restart, I went up and banged the cushion a couple times and got them tires working again. I wasn't good in lap traffic, you know. It was a tough race. It was a cool race to be a part of. Obviously, Don and Joanne, they've been a staple around here. But I mean, I'm from ways away from here, and they treated me like family. And we missed Don at the racetracks a lot. And I got to see Joanne when we signed in here today, so what a cool race in honor of a great man. Man, that was a cool racetrack. You know, I get lap traffic, and then they doubled me on the bottom, and I didn't know if I could get him around him in the middle, and I slipped up there a couple times, and Matt got by me, and Alex got by me, and it just seemed like I was doing all the wrong things, and finally got the car.
This is why we need driver interviews after.
Got by Timmer.
Or after these highlights. A part of these highlights after the checkered.
I actually thought it was 71 laps.
Because you get the raw emotion and
70,
stuff.
71, and then I was getting
part
behind
of it,
the wheel. I didn't know how many
part
laps
of the
it was
whole
going
draw.
to be, so I seen Dave give the white flag, thankfully, and my legs are still shaking. So yeah, what a cool race. Thanks to all the fans for coming out. What a great race to be a part of. Who knows? It's really early to talk about points. Yeah, you're talking about it. It's obviously on everybody's mind. I mean, we're talking about it at the drivers' meeting. We talk about it in the hauler. So it's a big deal to win these championships. Matt sets the bar really high.
All right. Yeah, literally the first comment right here. I don't know how Alex doesn't have sponsors kicking his door down. The kid has been solid and only getting better since he got in the big blogs. Exactly, man. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, what do you need? Do you need, like, just small town sponsorships? Or is he holding out for, like, a national sponsor? Or, man, I don't know. But he definitely deserves it. Yeah, here you go. The inversion is idiotic. Yeah. It definitely seems like I'm not the only one who has this opinion. But, hey, we have Flynn Racing Data graphic of the Super DIRTcar Series points after this race. Why is it so zoomed in? He only had the top 20, that's why. Okay. Ant-Man's worst finish of the season. Lets him lose the point lead. It's weird how we are, what is it, 5 days away from July, and we only have 4 races in the books. Like, okay, we were scheduled for 6, but the calendar is so second half heavy. It's weird. Oh, I'm cutting off the T in my name. Oh. The cat ran. But again, like, here you go. Top 20 in points. 18 drivers showed up for everyone. So that's what I think makes Super Dirt still the #1 series over the Short Track Super Series. You got to have people bear racing flex spots. Again, man, if I had more money, I'd absolutely send them a couple $100 and like a little 10-inch decal. It just says Bear Racing Vlogs on it. Oh, I do not have that kind of money though, man. Oh, I wish. I wish. I did think about doing that, you know, if, like, I'm nowhere near the point right now, but if this channel gets so big where I actually could start making money off of it, like, I'm definitely going to put that money right back into the sport. Just, you know, whatever track I show up to that week for the weekly race showcase, or if it's like a special event or whatever, you know, go into the pits, have those decals already printed, go up to any car that's blank and says, hey, I'll give you $100, put these 2 decals on the car for today only. But I'm not in that position. That's all I got, though, I think, for today. In terms of, what do I call this? Weekly Modified Roundup. Yeah, like I said, man, there was, I think, almost every race on Saturday was canceled for rain, and a good portion on Friday was as well. I'm not going to say where I'm looking at, but the tracks I'm looking at this weekend, the weather isn't looking great either. Excuse me. I think we're going to have another wet, rainy weekend here in the Northeast. So hopefully, I don't know, hopefully tracks don't cancel early. Because even though it looks like it's going to rain, hopefully it's just pop-up showers. And pop-up showers are actually pretty good for the track because it keeps the track moisturized and makes it grippy. 33B Racing, I'll run it for the year. Oh man. What I do to support, you know, drivers, I buy their shirt. Like Boniface, I'm wearing Williamson today because he won last night. I mean, that stack right there, like kind of hidden behind Bill, and then there's another stack behind Bill. Those are all racing shirts, man. Drivers, special event races, a couple track shirts, schedule shirts, you know. Yeah. I'll be back next week. I'm gonna have to, when I end the stream, see what how bad Flow Racing destroyed the video on demand. Cat's eating my mic. She's getting angry, so I'm gonna have to end soon. Hopefully I'm able to keep this up as a replay for anybody who wasn't here to watch the whole thing and would like to. Until then, though, guys, I hope wherever you go this weekend, either as a race driver, team member, fan, wherever you go this weekend, you enjoy it. And I'll see you boys. See you boys next Wednesday for this, and you know, look for another video on Tuesday. All right. Thanks for you guys for tuning in. Genuinely, support your local.